What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So today's video, we're going over the Japanese side of things because they recently just had their data download, which input all the new characters for their upcoming treasure map. So I believe their treasure map should be coming around the same time as Global's treasure map. And for those who don't know, the treasure map for this time around is all Wano Kuni based, and the treasure map character is actually Robin, which is pretty awesome, and we will be going through her abilities in this video today. But before that, I want to talk about the treasure map rare recruits because there are some interesting things going on here, and I don't know what the hell's going on. I hope that it means certain things, but we'll get into that. First of all though, this first character here is Momonosuke. Obviously, probably should say this, we're on the One Piece Treasure Cruise subreddit Discord, so obviously you want to put that out there. But here we go. This is the brand new treasure map rare recruit Momonosuke. He is the highest point booster on this upcoming treasure map against Robin, and his abilities, he's a 1.5 attack booster for free spirit, which is nothing great. 13 turn cooldown, will reduce 3 turns of chain lock and attack down, and depending on your current treasure map level for 1 turn, boosts the color affinity for normal attacks of quick and int characters. So between 1 and 10 you get a 1.75 boost, 2 times boost, and then a 2.25 boost above nav level 21. This is pretty good, especially because this is supposed to be used with the Legend Komurasaki or Legend V2 Nami. That's obviously what this is based for here. But outside of treasure map, what do you get, right? You get 3 turns of chain lock removal and 3 turns of attack down removal. Overall, it's not that great, but inside the treasure map though, getting that 2.25 color affinity, that's going to be pretty good. That is actually going to be very, very nice. And actually kind of weird because this scene of his artwork has not been shown in the anime yet. I don't know why they're doing this. I like it personally, but for anime only watchers, you know, they might get spoiled a little bit for certain things. I mean, you know, Kaido was a huge spoiler, you know, with Katakuri and Snake Man when that came out. That was a massive spoiler as well. I personally don't care about that because obviously I'm a manga reader. I don't know if anime fans really care about it that much. If they do, you know, that might be a big issue. But overall, I like that they're doing this because this is when Momo's basically just doing some training, which is cool. But the next character here is a treasure map rare recruit Chopper. It's weird though because he has an unevolved version and an evolved version, which is very weird because on Global, you know, as we've seen with recent treasure maps, like literally they only release the characters in their 5-star forms. The characters releasing in a 4-star form as well makes them much easier to pull, but remember, it is more work for the developers. Well, not really the developers, but you know, they have to, you know, develop more artwork for the character. So it's more work, but I mean, hey, it means that the character will be easier to pull overall. His captain ability, quick and int characters get 2.25 attack and reduce damage taken by 20%. For a treasure map rare recruit, that's actually not bad. A 2.25 attack boost is not bad. For his special ability, he'll delay all enemies by 2 turns, reduce 1 turn of barrier on all enemies, and for 2 turns, cut the HP of all enemies by 10% at the end of each turn. Interesting special, and one thing I do like about it is that he is not restricted to be running during a treasure map. You can actually use all of his abilities outside of a treasure map, which is great. So you get the delay for 2 turns, that's okay. The barrier removal is pretty nice, and the 2 turns of 10% health cut, that's not overly amazing, but remember, this type of effect where you can do the end of turn health cut does get around enemy resilience buffs. So you can get the enemy down to 1 HP, and this 10% end of turn damage will actually KO the enemy if they're at 1 HP, so that's not too bad. As for his sailor abilities, when the captain is quick characters will treat strength orbs as beneficial. That's actually really good. Yeah, that's actually really good. And the secondary run reduced 5 turns of blindness. Okay, that is also pretty good as well. And a support ability, 9% stats to Momonosuke, Okiku, and Otama. Okay, so his sailor abilities are actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And the special ability overall isn't too shabby either. And another thing as well, it doesn't show it here actually with this artwork, but the thing about it is Chopper does not come at max skill. Every other treasure map rare recruit character, to my recollection, always has a max skill, and you don't need to spend any skill books to max the skill out of the character. Weirdly enough though, this Chopper seems to need like 5 or 6 turns of skill ups before he becomes fully maxed out. So I don't know what they mean by that. Does it mean that this character is just going to be in the regular rare recruit pool? I don't know, but I don't really like the fact that you have to skill up this character to then use them in treasure map, of course, because they're only really going to be good point boosters in their given treasure map. So it's just wasting resources on a character that really should be saved for something else Though, if they are going to be a regular rare recruit outside of the regular pool of characters, then I think that it's fine personally, but that's just my personal opinions on it anyway. So the next character is going to be Brooke. Again, another character that does not come at max skill and has a 4-star and a 5-star version. And again, this is an artwork that has not been shown in the anime yet. This one specifically, his evolved artwork, as that's going to be a little bit later on. But either way, really, really cool artwork. He is a 2.5 attack and 1.2 health quick and int booster. That's, again, not too bad for a treasure map rare recruit. Special ability will completely remove all positive buffs. That's really big. There aren't too many characters that can do that. On top of that, he also reduces 3 turns of Special Seal, which is Special Bind, and Despair as well. And for 2 turns, you get a 0.7 chain boost. This guy is exceptional. For a treasure map rare recruit character, he is going to see play, for sure, in lots of content. The fact that he completely removes all beneficial effects on your crew, but then does not apply his own attack or ore boost is so good. Typically when you see this, characters will also then apply like their own boost, like you got Treasure Map Big Mom, Treasure Map Kaido, Treasure Map Cavendish, all these characters that remove positive buffs but then apply their own ones. This character is going to see play. The fact that you can remove them and then apply your own massive boosts is awesome. I like the fact that he also does really good utility. 3 turns of special bind removal and despair is fantastic. And 2 turns you get 0.7 chain. 0.7 chain for 2 turns, dude. Yes, this character is awesome. This character is very, very good. His Sailor ability adds 50 attack and HP to quick and int, and reduces 3 turns of special bind on himself, which is perfect, so that he can then activate the special if your crew is special binded to then remove special bind. Very good. Reduces 5% of incoming side damage and 7% attack and health to the supported character, being Nami, Robin, and Kinemon. Yeah, this guy is awesome. Very, very powerful treasure map rare recruit character that we'll see play not only within, but also without treasure map usage. And here is his evolved artwork once again in game. He's got a crit, and also he's got enrage as well. So I don't know if you'd probably want to spend tablets. I probably wouldn't. And what did this chopper have? Barrier penetration, which is interesting because he's a shooter, so that makes sense. And also damage reduction. And this guy Momo did not have any limit break from what we've seen. So let's go ahead and talk about the new treasure map character. So here we have O-ROBI. Looking pretty nice, though I will admit I was expecting the treasure map artwork to look a little bit more extravagant, as the more recent treasure map units on Japan have been kind of crazy. For example, 2 treasure maps ago, we got this artwork for Basil Hawkins. Now, I've got to say, this is one of my favorite artworks in the game. It legitimately looks like a Sugo Fest exclusive character for Hawkins. Unfortunately, not the case, just a regular treasure map unit, but this artwork looks extravagant. And then we go over to Nami. This was the last treasure map unit to arrive on JP. This artwork, there's lots going on here. It's very detailed, and I'm a big fan of it. And then we move on to Robin. Kind of underwhelming when you compare it to the previous 2 treasure map units in terms of their artwork. But artworks aside, let's talk about what she actually does, because honestly, she's very good. So her captain ability right here, 3.25 attack to quick and int, and a 1.5 times her recovery is healed at the end of each turn. So 1.5 times her recovery, so that's what, an additional 700-ish recovery. That's pretty nice to have, and this is definitely a character you would want to feed recovery candy to, so that makes a lot of sense. Now her special cooldown goes down to 13, and it will go ahead and reduce 3 turns of paralysis, bind, special bind, and reduce 3 turns of percent damage reduction, rainbow shield, and also threshold damage reduction. Wow, okay, so amazing utility off the bat. And when your HP is 50% or more, for 1 turn, nullify strength and side damage. Dude, this is great. This is really good. I love the utility base of her special. She reminds me a lot of the first treasure map Nami when she was in her Christmas outfit. Reminds me very much of that, where she just does a lot of different utility stuff. But this as well is really good when you're above 50% to just nullify damage. That's pretty interesting. It is weird that it's specifically strength and psi. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it being specifically strength and psi. Maybe if it was like reduced damage taken by like 90% for 1 turn, I probably would have liked that a bit better. But to just completely nullify it, that's going to be interesting. And I don't know if that part of her special is going to actually see play, but this part of her special that's going to be very useful to have. Another really cool thing as well that someone pointed out is that she's a cerebral fighter, so you can definitely run her on a carrot team, which is pretty good. And of course, she is built to be run on teams with Komurasaki and V2 Nami, so that makes a lot of sense. Is she int or quick? She is quick. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so she's meant to be run with either Komurasaki or Nami, makes a lot of sense. So she's really good. I'm a big fan of this character overall. And this Brook is so good. I was not expecting him to be really powerful. The Chopper is okay, and the Momo, he's honestly the worst unit of this batch, but he is obviously the highest point booster, so you want to get your hands on him eventually. But that Brook, the Brook is definitely the prize here. The Brook is the prize. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today of breaking down all of these brand new treasure map units arriving on JP. Obviously it's going to take quite a lot of time for them to arrive on global, so we'll have to wait and see. It'll be sometime in 2020, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.